Welcome back, everyone. So, in the last episode, for those of you who followed, I came short of reforming the religion, but I had totally forgotten that I need a additional holy site, Tengri holy site. So, unfortunately, I missed that completely, and so what I'm going to do is actually I get a subjugation casus belli on these guys who were my former allies, but through assassinations I basically get the chance to I basically remove the alliance, and now I'm at war with them. So everything is going according to plan. In the last episode I gained one more holy site here in Kerch, which gives me, I think, additional bonus of -5, or it gives me -5% on levies, and as well as or it gives all Tengris that, and +1 per level of fame. We're at the highest level of fame, so +1 martial, that is. So we're in a really pretty good situation here, and what I'm doing is hopefully we can subjugate them here. Last time I left off, I basically there was another dynasty in power, another group in power. I basically committed a series of assassinations, a string of assassinations that led us to where we are right now. And hopefully, yeah, like I said, hopefully this time, we can actually remove this obstacle now and subjugate these guys, and we'll have large swaths of land, and we'll be able to anticipate none other than the Mongol invaders, right? So that's a really important thing kind of to do right now. So again, now I'm basically working on the destruction of this empire, the Tartarian Empire, and not its destruction, but its incorporation into my realms. And so, which means that obviously I need, once I incorporate them, I will get their title, and then the rest of things basically will fall under my the kings who control this place will become my vassals, who will then have the vassals under them. So it won't require a lot of changes to the composition of the realm. So that's good. But that means also that I will have a powerful group from within. So who are the Tartarians at war with? They're defending against the Great Liao, which is a Mongolian dynasty. So in any case, I will continue to move forward. Hopefully this character will live by the time we win, because I need to reform the faith. I tried to before, and I didn't. Obviously I never had the chance because I didn't have the necessary amount of holy sites. So in any case it wouldn't have worked, but now everything's good because he has the amount of piety I need, and with the perk of the prophet perk, it reduces to -50%. That's why I can afford this wide scale reformation of the faith. Right now the problem is that if he dies, then I have to kind of restart again and accrue piety and also get that lifestyle. The type of religion that I'm aiming for is actually really good for martial things. So you get warmonger, unrelenting faith, and human sacrifice. I talked about the tenets in the last episode and why they are good, for the type of playthrough that I'm, the play style that I'm pursuing, right? So hopefully this religion can come to fruition right away. So all right, so we continue to move through the steps of Tartaria, and those steps, by the way, are very dangerous if you're talking about when you're dealing with the question of attrition, right? Attrition is very dangerous in this area, or in this part of the world. So you got to keep an eye out on your troops, how many you're moving at once, and where the enemy is coming from, because while you separate your troops, the enemy might come full force in one large stack and strike you. So they don't have that many troops anyways, but just in case, let me put commanders here. Okay, so these guys are bringing in their commanders, or pardon me, their army. So good thing I saw that. I think otherwise I would have been, you know, in danger. Okay, so you see they're actually on their way. That's their army right there. So let's move these guys down here. Maybe let's go attack their army. I wonder where their ruler is. I don't believe the ruler. I'm really scared of the stress situation. My guy is just, and he's just on the verge of breaking down completely. Let's go down to the battlefield here. Let's attack these guys. Okay. Let's put in a commander. Okay, so we're actually going to destroy their army here. Oh, okay, perfect. This is good. The other guys ran away. They realized they can't fight this fight. And our siege is getting closer. Where is their capital? Where is their capital? Wow. Okay, well, it's really inland, right? So we gotta really keep pushing into their territory. That's the only thing I can do for the time being. Okay, so that battle got us a lot of war score. So hopefully I can catch up to these guys and also kill them. So what I did in between the recordings is I kind of did a string of assassinations to get them this kid to be the ruler. And you know, given that he has no marshal and it's a new ruler, the levies are always going to be so low, and that's basically what happened here. Okay, so we caught up to them. Perfect. Now this is basically a huge step where we got distracted from our European incursions, but that's again because the point was to, or the point is to, again, like I said, the point is to reform the faith, right? And a reformed faith here is useful. Okay, I lost stress because a rival died. Reforming the faith is very useful here because the type of faith that I'm looking for is going to give me a lot of opportunity to deal with I'm improvident now. It's going to give me an opportunity to you know, pursue a more aggressive play style. Okay. Oh gosh, these steps are horrible, as you can see here. I mean, it's there's nowhere to put my men. Okay, what about here? I'll send these guys here. As you can see, we're really taking a hit in terms of in terms of attrition, and there's nowhere where I can really place them and put them in kind of a safe position. So I'm gonna replenish here. Attrition is one of the hardest things in this game, and pardon me, in this region. It's a pretty harsh region to fight in, so be careful with how you're moving your armies. Pay close attention to the steppe regions, right? To the supply limits. Let's see. I'm gonna move all these guys closer. Thankfully, a lot of my enemies are dying, so all right. Let's move these guys back here. We'll move these guys in here. Steppe wars are the worst wars. Okay. Alright, so I'm moving them now, and we're getting, again, like I said, we're getting deeper into their territory, so that's good. I have additional territory that I don't need. This tribe here. Okay, so what can I give it to? Melnik. Alright, so I granted it to a low noble. And so again, we continue our move into Tartaria. It's a really, really annoying situation to be in. Okay, so who are these guys? Why are they here? Okay, so are they allies of this group? No, they're just raiders passing through. And unfortunately, they passed through my army, and that's why we clashed, right? So why don't they just give up? Why don't they just recognize the futility of this whole thing and just, you know, concede, right? Okay, I don't want any seduction right now. Okay, so any factions. As I say that, then you get the Palabian Catholic populace. We're gonna have to deal with them later, but that's not 30 months from now. So we got time. Okay. So the reason I'm attacking Tartaria again is because I want these holy sites. So in Kayalik, I get a light cavalry damage of plus 10%, skirmish damage of plus 10%. And here you get in Tavan Bogd, prowess per level of devotion plus 1 and clergy opinion. And then, you know, that's good for, well, I'll have the necessary amount of temples or holy sites to be able to reform the faith. I'm a little bit worried because it seems like Genghis Khan is gonna come very soon. So call to war. Sorry, but I might have to decline. I can't. I don't want to keep getting dragged into wars. Right now, that's the last thing. I mean, I can afford to say no. Okay. So these guys are losing supplies. Perfect. Now we can move down into this corridor here. And we're moving down into this corridor. We're going to capture this town. Or county. And then I'm going to move these guys down here too. Let's go here. I mean, I'm going to face 100 casualties, but it's better than nothing. I hate these wars. They're so slow. But anyways, you gotta pay the consequences or suffer the consequences here. I'm just worried that they might come at me again, like in huge stacks, like I said earlier. And then you got raiders everywhere. You never know when they might come at you. Tour guy, okay. Alright, so we're at 63%. And again, if there is a death here of this ruler, then this whole thing kind of... I wouldn't say it's obsolete because we got our 3 holy sites, but we don't get to reform the faith. We'd have to wait for the next character to be able to get the necessary amount of piety and whatnot. And so we'd kind of I wouldn't say we'd go back to square one because we have the holy sites that we need, but still. Okay, so I'll move these guys down here. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna subjugate them pretty soon. Okay, so these guys are nowhere to be found. Where's their army? Okay, so they're all the way in the east, still dealing with their own problems. But now that I actually am in the steppes and I'm kind of controlling the steppes, this is going to bring me in direct conflict with the Mongols. And I want to see if I can actually destroy Genghis Khan before he, you know, he does anything, right? So before he expands, right? I'm gonna hit him right away, and he tends to be very aggressive, or his army tends to be very aggressive from the very beginning. So they have the Mongol invasion casus belli, which is basically infinite with each character, so they can constantly engulf kingdoms without, oh gosh, without suffering from that. So what is going on here? What happened here? Okay, are these guys allied with the no, they're not. Okay, it might not be necessary to fight them, but so these were raiders, I think, passing through, or no, people fighting in this area. They didn't have to attack us, but anyways, it's okay. It's not like we experienced a major loss. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna stack right now. I'm just gonna stick to stacks here. No. Where can I send these guys? Perhaps there. Let's send these guys there. Or I'm no longer overwhelmed by stress. That's good. Alright, so we're getting close. We're getting very close to winning this war. And we're also getting very close to a Catholic populist uprising. So I think, let me see, my guy is at 63 dread. Let's just execute some prisoners and see what happens here. You know, some nobodies that no one's really asking about. And how are we in terms of, yeah, so does that mean that they're gonna leave? No, these guys are not gonna leave, and so we end up in a war right now, which is typical, but all right. No, I'm not gonna give you your freedom, and I'm gonna keep laying siege here. So Tartaria is taking forever. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's see. I'll get to these guys in a bit, but I will be able to destroy them. I'm pretty sure. There's always a distraction. Every time you think you're kind of progressing somewhere, you're distracted by something fresh, right? Something new. And in this case, it's these peasant revolts, these Catholic peasant revolts. Okay, alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these guys. I think it might be actually good to hire mercenaries. Maybe. And, no, just in case, because I know it's a little bit costly, but put in mind, like, you know, I make a lot of money with this character, with this faction. So not faction, but with this dynasty. So I mean, I'm gonna hire more. Yeah, we're still at 1,000, and that's good. And look, I mean, I shouldn't have hired that last one, but we won, right? Unfortunately, I probably wouldn't have had to use that, but anyways, the point is that I rest assured that I don't lose in this war. So as you can see here, attrition. We're getting it. We're facing attrition, significant amount of that. So let me just separate these people. Maybe send these guys here, and it looks like, honestly, it looks like we can win this. We can win this war very shortly or soon. I'm gonna send these guys back home, back to this area, so that they don't face attrition either. So hopefully the war will end soon. It's gonna end soon, I think. I'm now married to this Permian princess, I think, that I was kind of betrothed to earlier. Is she Permian? Yeah, she is, yeah. So anyways, we're at 93%. 98%. Okay, so where are we? Yeah, so alright, is there anything else? We're close to taking this, and then we're gonna be done. Watch my character just die right now before the war. I would tell you this is the worst of luck, but I've had some pretty bad luck. Okay, so we won, and guess what? We've now encompassed the steppes, right? We captured their territory, and we're at war with these guys now. I don't know, can I reform the faith? No, because I'm at war. So what do they want? Should I go for a white peace? Should I surrender? What are they fighting for? This high chiefdom. No, honestly, I'm just gonna hit them here, you know, and watch them. You see them running away. It's gonna take 2 years to gather, so I'll just send these guys here, and then force them to sign a white peace as soon as possible. Gotta end this war right away. Okay, that's a white peace right there. That's a white peace they're gonna have to accept. How are the faction situations? Okay, how do I have a really powerful vassal? The most powerful vassal is at 6,000. It's this duchess. But in any case, what I'm gonna do is actually reform the faith now. I'm at war. Oh yeah, well, it hasn't ended. All right, it hasn't been officially signed. Okay, so we can disband, and we're at 56,000 levies. We're the most powerful group in the world. We can do like a full invasion of, I mean, we can conquer. So let me reform the faith. I mean, 16%, 16 people will accept it. But what I will do is maybe, okay, this guy actually will convert. What about her? No, she won't. Well, eventually what I will do is I'll have to convert people by force. So we reformed the religion of Tengri. At long last, I have managed to gather every important shaman in the world together, so that they can discuss our beliefs and establish an official doctrine to guide our faith into the future. Impassioned shamans are already talking about launching holy wars, or great holy wars, to spread their new faith across the world, and claim that the only way to show proper devotion is by honoring Tengri with human sacrifices. Tengris eagerly await the prophesied arrival of their high shaman, a great leader who will rally all of the faithful behind them and usher in a new Tengri golden age. And that ruler is going to be me. Basically. But I would have to, first of all, become the head, the formal head of faith. But I don't know why I can't. Your realm does not contain at least 2 Tengriism holy sites with Tengri holders. Okay, so I think they mean by Tengri is Reformed Tengri. So I'm going to have to convert the holder here. So let's see. Can I? He's old Tengri. Why can't I convert him? I don't think this guy's part of our land. No, that's why. Okay, let's see. Here. Okay, he's definitely not going to convert. What if I asked him to? He might accept, but I highly doubt it. What about here? This guy could, to be honest with you. If I can send him some money, demand him to convert, maybe give him a title. Something I... Let's see. Oh my god. Alright. What did I basically... Let me see. Grant a low noble. And so I'm going to go back to this guy here. I want to become the head of the faith so I can actually like force people to come and join holy wars. So what if I gave this guy a duchy title? I think he'd appreciate that. And I think he'd be willing, more than willing, to join our faith. So let's see. Grant him a title. High Chiefdom of Crimea. And look at that. Demand conversion. And he's going to say, yeah, probably. Anything for the faith. He wanted money for it. I told him, sure. And now he's converted. So can I claim to be the head of faith? Not yet. There's also this site here. Let's see who controls it. She's Bulgarian. I can also make her a duchess. Create the title of Moesia, and I will give it to her. Let's see. What if I sent her a gift? And then I told her that she's the duchess here, and I granted her a vassal too on top of that, just to kind of alleviate her concerns. Is she going to convert? Yes, she will. Anything for the faith. So what we're left with is ultimately one more thing here, is to declare myself the head of the faith, and I just did. So I am now able to call for religious holy wars, eventually great holy wars as the head of the faith. And so I'm essentially kind of like the high shaman of the realm. So it's kind of the equivalent of, you know, the caliph for these Tengris, right? So because what I did was I made sure that the highest title religious office is granted to the temporal ruler, and that's myself. So now I can actually call for great holy wars, and the name of our dynasty is now tied to the realm. So I think this is basically perfect. Let's see here what I can do here. I can call for a religious holy war, and that's what I'm going to do eventually, but I think I'm going to probably go and destroy Poland maybe in the next episode. They're vastly inferior. I'm probably going to annex them, and then I'm going to go move westward towards France. So this is a perfect kind of push, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back with more content very shortly. Thank you.